ye team young penny as a come back with him. And the papa yes soon as he. Huh? Now he was more yesterday. More try a month for upon then. Now ya dear good pambo in the appear. Nay, someone would try that a kind. No, 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 got a coyote on when you let a new tea and son and a Helios. Not be to crame, not let a crumb in your mamma. Helios on my rabbit hole. Now,
my dear, ya butre. Nay, a betro. I didn't know be a tam of swan, near Tron. Share a nearly pair once that I'm hanging now. And a year lucky send me. I had the trouble. So I'm going to do see a betro one. Ya betro. So I say, I tell when you're trying to come across. And not do why a bachelor also you wouldn't answer, but I'm not feel it's half from sea. You can say a family be I want to nipper me no and answer. Make sure with him, a trunk lady. Anything to say, I will say, young show, and no class, I can acquire a friend of pass whatever.
So, a phenomenon who have did a team. A diary. A phenomenon who have did a team. Well, open some intranya, and I dare go to the Chenka, not Mingunko. Now you're quite about from everyone. So, you are not any. Oh, my God, him. My dear, Sophie said there was a pillow. Sophie saw one number 7 so. That's a guess a baby how or what the minister won't tell you. What me appointment to her doctor or Basho come. How doctor? That is one I would tell I train. Why, doctor? Only one he was 40 years yesterday. How doctor Niho? Emma, he may quote how me quote heroes for almost a year. Yes, Muhammad and Commandia. Manti Meko Muhammad. So, someone from ya, me and the sim pam. You come say, Helios, me, Mapa, Muslim, me put your movie. Me call, and me call you and a lawyer crab, a common lawyer. I don't answer. Yeah, only but a papa from Hadia Belly Paquani. Now, we had that chance and let him buy a timina mutual. It is a bit being a Helios letter first year, Minas Sabina, and no. That's a medical commander. Who that's why I say, me what banty, me quote, now be calling Jamia, the Bessie. No, sure. Hey, Papa, dear, will be warm, Papa. Boy. So I send you so somewhere I want to meet. The people ain't just must say. Ah, nya butte. I'm quite pressure. Go upon the party. Don't be also there. That cat the other day, and the papa won't pass a moment because you go at the end. Go for you. There's a Helios society. Go for most Ghana for one the Ghana see more share Ghana for you, Yadia Hodo, and a year to go for it. Me, you have a native here. Me, three best. Me try be of your Obanyan or no the cat I call our video mamba. Papa me try best, me media. I drop back when you need your aquaba. Go for me no that pass by me call. Yep, Kutia, receive them call you see him. Yes, Miss Landa, me a drug. Come on to you. And that's a phone. He was letting up. He was comedy of crabbing home day. I remember the other. I mean, some comedy of the fear. Yeah, we are saying, where do you go? No, Bizuania, on pet. When I'll cast out, would you put in the house? Oh, come with your cock or your testing, so you won't pay the. What's your few 1 o'clock? 1 o'clock, yeah. You have to grease me a too. Now, the buffet one, sir. Hear me, whether I may obey to fear high you castle, eh? Obi Helios in the Agonia, Obi Sonia. But my nanny don't tell me, friend, me Mr. Helios for his meeting my issue. There's a crew, my dear. It will be very possible. Hello? Hello? Is it Helios Secretariat? Yes. This is Mr. Mensah. Yeah, yes, I was there about 3 hours ago. I was there and you told me if I don't have a letter, it's not possible for you to examine me. But fortunately for me, I met a friend of mine who have a letter but he's not interested for Helios studies. So I have his letter with me. Can I use his letter so that you will examine me in his name? Oh. What that can it? What that can it? Oh. I'm saying is, a friend of mine, he has the Helios invitation letter, but he's not interested. I want to use his letter so that you examine me. This is unfair. In fact, this is unfair. Okay. Thank you. That's what I said with your crime in just here. Most of them is a letter. And Madame Fisi on when Helios letter. No, I need you home. And to me, the bad and the sequence said, oh, my dear, yeah.
I am offended. Oh,
now who crowd with if you cry to say?
Oh, I don't know. You're not so mad, man.
Send me check you on you net to say.
Yammy, my impression mounts you.
Oh, yeah. Send me a chest at them. What's it?
Oh, Yammy, I do. Yammy, I do on the umpire, a year pa.
Helios, physical examination, I'll go ye.
Oh,
results are bad.
Results not bad.
Oh, yes, never yet to say.
I buy no. I buy. The buyer and Miss Aminty, be a moody. But what the church or never be brave, was so say, you know, almost let an answer before command has doctor. And it is said, be one, be one more. I said, I doctor, so no. Be I know, no, what to me after me, maintain dear. You said, be born in beer.
To one ya letter, no. I will shame on own ya appointment be uncle house doctor one year.
Oh, me first said, dear, here, and my quack, and who here, if he says, be born in one more.
Every day, and your one castable responsibility.
Oh,
because house doctor and you might be brave, goodness sweet. Say, baby, will more cry, ya. As I won't ya letter, no ya appointment. Letter was a baby on, I said, na ya baby, cornia, dear, not just a baby or high, and I say, baby. To one ya no, but what dear no work as a appointment. Come house doctor no. Say when you will resource no so share the net to say. Oh, na mu e bia no fam bo me relax say wo twa mo no na wa frɛ one son.
Waka Martina ke say me nyan TV dia me say bibia yo.
David ya.
Mami heroes. Wo mu hwehwe mu no so eche papa. Afi kwa na kese mo kwa hihye me. Na ase na aye ma ye hihye.
Oh, and you should say we your physical examination maybe it takes 6 to 8 weeks. At least to all my who put to me with the man who cries say be 6 weeks. So one now was swimming me no dear. Na aba. So na sa forms na ye de buy so we feel it be the code there.
Oh, the end answer, Miss. Forms na as a map. I just a Bible, crack out. I don't know. Now, if you said you're here, I'm not going to say about him, body, a check me. I call him in Pomoding, and I don't hear. Now, forms in the idea there be a Dawson, my mirror.
See, only here information. What's a form the Bissau and said the bread for our lifestyle? And for a bush, and yet they design information in na and no moja yatri and they said you are check only a day in an honor ye cabo ma a bemo good results. It formed the Miss Rewara,
sir.
Bomatia said, what you are going to offer.
And I catch you when
I really come.
Never had died, my failure. If you said that, you know, maintain a hawk brofo, so no, I know a day.
Share on one conform bois. Some the almost send a brewer or brofo. Say a draw some war interviewers or I depend a bed by a few crop back. No about bed wow. Or per se internet in this one away or no so qua. What to make what now? And failure, no failure, and echo.
Mammy, here was one you can. No form will look what I meant to miss when I'm got the internet, and I guess I wonder I could put the head of my could be the
and yet for a walk.
I'm not working on a pound wife.
Because he just for physical examination.
If you say I know here.
What do I not? Helios no cry any day. I couldn't be beer can watch him say.
Razak.
What do I?
Helios no. Head. Any AMC 4. And on one car boom. And on pese. Yam pese yaruwa helipa o krodriemu. Nanya ye Ghana phone kwa. Nya Ghana phone kwa. Krobi to say to Kai 4, Morocco 4, Suriname 4. Epokra Holland half for Krampokran. Obuka will be Razak. And that kitwo. Messi bo tired to pie so many so. Ebini akumayari. Ebini diabetes. It's a mental disease na kahumbi. Kesiye, ama for so need kesiye. Say yare nkwa overweight, sending na yare. Enya de ketwa. Enu ti Helios for ni abre pa on person be some person mu. And enya hanko, we because enya hanko. Ghana for more England, Berlin. If you cry Ghana for
Ghana do.
Hey, you do on. Na kase Helios na ya de ketwa.
And there's some call him let no much na chira kwan because we are coordinating.
Helios studies. No, I also didn't jump down. Oh, Hannah Berry. Yeah, oh, but transit.
Oh, wait, we are not transition.
Oh, but transit a car before.
Before him, around there. We are transition, so I want to.
Papa to me, feed you say. I don't know why I'm trying. None of me see.
I want to grab and name my idea, my name yet in India. Auntie, I don't know how can watch some Helios. Papa see. Not done a Michia. When we went to the castle, we did the film letter at the Virginia. What moon Muka and Albaji.
It's also a brand here. Oh, who did also
teach him more? Simple. I didn't ban on Tiasia. As a song.
Some boober. Monsieur Biponia, Obiswania won't pay.
And I will need teacher. See Matthias here. See me here, come me here, letter. Now, letter out the mountain.
Oh, I'll tell you, Mr. Me call Helios for you. Me call ya much as I let a young media. To me, fine. Me buy me to her barn as an annual society good boy and our control.
From crying, I'm imagining my dear got to baby.
Miss also by some can say also from me. Now, Miss Obia may check it on team 50 per home, but there is a Benjamin letter. Let her, in fact, if you have a banner control.
As man, I'm catch you come down for a while. That's what I tried to do. Go call and so to you soon. Oh, to my loose letter.
What's watching?
C'est pas dire mais.
And yes, so I told her actually, and yes. So far as I selected what we do was the Musudi. Edenia. What makes me a movie?
Sure.
Befi.
Ciao.
Befi. Me wa mo number.
Yes, I also catch them.
Yeah, me wa mo number. It's no. Me a me ka ho na me no ya ringo. Na ya hwe na me gidi pass edenia. So far as I select what. O makes me a movie. What? You don't know worry. So here so far. Yeah, my dear. Povo real.
Posso lembrar de mamá?
Olha, that's nothing. Agora que passou o bambu. Já que tinha ali o nível.
Se mania bonito, nem para procurar você. Se me chama de graça, já sabe bem.
Vai. Na mesma hora, senhor, na segunda. Não vai dar isso
não. Não, isso não vai. Você. Não vou mandar. Não.
Não, que te vai comer. I don't know about the number. Office number. You need it.
Okay. Remember that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
yeah, hello. Yeah, is this Helios Secretariat? Yeah, okay. Please, yeah, my question is, I can't find my Helios invitation letter. I've mixed it. Yeah, is it possible to send me another one? Yeah, okay. Oh, nice. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, my name and date of birth. That's good. Yeah, my name is Razak Kumsin. Yeah, Kumsin is my surname. Yeah. My date, yeah, 3rd July, 1976. Yeah, have you got all my address? Oh, nice. Oh, I thank God. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. God bless you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Mommy. Oh.
That means strong.
Let me see. Say, my mom appointment. I'm sending president and all. To be a call.
And worry at it.
Oh, fast.
Good.
Mississippi. I did not want to have them every cacabi.
Oh, I've been over the questionnaire. I'm bro.
You see me who every problem say, hey. Oh, yeah, no, we didn't mean to meet you because back home, I never remember where they are sending back. Oh,
that's like one they can.
No, six in the way.
You
know, and one thing
I questionnaire, never be. What is why your internet so to me clump?
No.
What me I review? My appointment. One will be a bit to me. And no, I ask track no papa. And I was sure no one born or feeling in you.
I'm saying now, when we say I'm in fire, the first June summer is so bad. And also,
hey, yapa. Hey, number one idea. Actually, say, so we say, oh, should be video, not so who be a funny kidney one. And I'm just also, and I bet you will be a fucking. It is not a Johnson. And not another woman who said, Bia, who kidney the Arabi. Oh, about one, I say Arabia, Emma. I want to chima, and I said, want to chima.
Oh, dear, watch him, doctor.
And I make us a control. Sarge was almost a brown. But what you saw, plastic at the very clean. Who feel I'm watching. When it's how much then no, and I will say, oh, Fred Johnson. Now, who do you go?
A community room.
Says so when ya, I did your fear, but what you saw call house at. What's all called house at? Ah, I'm a cat beer. And one for friend. Why, you call house at a reception on so, put him so pet. Or 10 now, wait me to do so. Says you want me a quarter. Farmers be out, who will be a with me, a beside. Or maybe or not, I just because when you did something that day 18 in Yapa, Papa.
I'm so sorry.
Exactly, the little food. Hey, I love you.
And it's very important, pa.
Sir.
Hey, to when you let anybody know.
When you been a main coin to so bit me up convincing you.
That is simple.
Me who you mean say, and we are phoning cock when I am managing my
some time ago, no. Gaia. And also a night to say Helius Drama, but I don't know. Nipaka crave, you know, mushy share, or a health. And said there is something wrong. And at this time around us, no. I said, Nipa be brain, no person no involved woman. We not let no quadia. Mima call media is okay. Because your mamma made me a mistake. I know one whom we are real on time. But this opportunity for us, the young people, say, be who know. You need this opportunity, a bit no matter your blood, the more. I when you also say, if you are okay, then fine. Because your radio news away your pain and answer your crap. Think about that.
Look at that day, I went to be unconscious. No, Mamma, anything. We didn't come in a man, may trash you.
Let me say, himself obey.
That be media, I made a semi one phone for and a debut on me.
No more. Like other crowds went to me. I cry, I repay it.
So, when I am what I want to debut on my I am Sabi and I did. Maybe I wouldn't be
very important.
So I never sent me letter and mission me reading.
Because the that one, maybe by your words, I will ensure the letter.
No, I got no one to make angry.
Me say, me, mother, there be a cassette, you busium, pressure, blood. It's a letter in mammy, and I'm saying no. No, cannot
doctor a cancer let me know how to prevent it. So I will say I'm young, everything is good. At least to me with family history and so to me Emma put me check it on time. Now then you find a solution to it.
Oh, wait,
life with you. Mammy, you have a class, and never have a trail.
Hey, me cry the bonnet, and said, I'm me by ye, me sramming. Into commodity me will say, or quiet physical examination. Almost the results in a buy. One follow up, uncle, when the house doctor, or so expect the house doctor, no more, be at a sort no friend. Chen said, baby, house almost yenisa. A cell would not where your war health into when they say, yeah, and I will follow up. Now, maybe I shall so call ya.
Yay, so much here.
So many
so I had to say,
me quiet. Yammy Adam, no make us think a mention. Miss Anna was
oh,
you don't want to
quiet, no, let you say. Almost said, be I work and be big a crabina, uncle yo. Now, me would the entire. Heroes for I check it be a house or such engineer. Or person was sign I check it bed big a crana now almost say a one uncle you know. Men just say that's not one heroes for in the now.
Be antissa. And Mara will call ya, you check a week. Me fan says, it be 2 months. They will soon me a no and sana wunya results. Okay, what the results in Akoma house doctor. If you saw Breno, Sabu Sumi and me a chinina, be given to me assign as a son. Oh, ewo, whom say house doctor or science subio. To assist subiona so who said results now, Helius wanted the buyer. The same no nya, no who say ye be beer, Nasa and Koya, a be so shake, no follow up. Na or young be mouth. Oh, because that time no be na ukodi man na sabia na wo problem bi a wo dwindwin bi in the mouth pressure no na wo soro pass that time no ebia wo sumi mienu no etwa mu no na ase wa relax ya ma abafem. Okay, it is address pressure na ti say internal no am mature pressure dro dey bi
I just say yes sir. What Helius said, you wasn't a cock or her doctor.
It's so cycle. No, sister Bill. It will say, sadness, a sight, dear, then be to say, of course, a year more investigation.
No, also was Sansha, see a Bill said you almost checking in and I said, Cacrabin or also calling more than you know, Sancho.
Say, on my check, you near my baby, hypertension, diabetes, or kidney, way. Into baby, be a tossing cacran, your pressure now, cost and now overweight be a normal who be go mojam, baby. Problem cacra a horn and a hand to say, now, question, and the okay, Indian idea, and whom he
Mammy Helius sweet. I mean, this is a prince had me, me, and he, would you pass us to a minute and million?
So, send it. And I feel so cry to say, radio soon TV. So, who said, Doctor, sit to me, Papa, my information.
Oh, that's not bad 3 days in it. Doctor, me, it is an old radio or church, dear ma'am. To say the crab, a prince out radio. What chairman who said, we are now dear. We could not have a blood pressure, come a fast one, with my control, and in Riana. I buy my catcher and my uncle carry fruity. Naja, you to fear say
information no. What radio so ne TV so ne ade so wutia ono so betumi ama wa hwe wo so yi bebre to no so hi na for open more information so o come website ne so a o no so no information bebre wo ho a ono so obetumi abu
yeah someone share I'm Helius.
Mami Helius say entina abrofu fitaafo pa abrofu fitaafo wọ́n susu yẹ fẹ́ wọn bí.
Ṣé ṣe lucky na Ghana fún
ẹ ká ṣe yẹ tuntun fún ọkọ àná yẹ.
Àjẹrí o. Wẹ́n na mo ní abúlé àwọn ọ̀sẹ̀ ìwọ ní abúlé o.
Adi abrọ̀fù yà nkasa sùrù náà fún ọmọ lóko fún tó ká ẹ̀ jẹ́ sẹ́ ọmọ yẹ steady bi wọ́n pè nípa 200 àwọn fẹ́ ní Gaia steady ti Ghanaians in Amsterdam. Ono so na ye research mo no na mo mpe nipa bebre nti ono no no mo say na for ye wo ye pressure no sa problem no ye wo pa on overweight ni ade
and ye high
no omo ye bibi say dey say omo de ye ka ho no mo bua ye no mo san hwe ya apo mu de ti Gaia no na ma ye chance e ma we na afide ye pay nipa bebre ya on put the nipa 200 pe nti ye lucky plan na ya ye wo ya wo ya kwa ye bi a ye hu esom fa so no ya na etumi esa ye explain ema wo mu a wo mu enim benefits e wo mu
mi jana kwan ma hero so me se de me da me
so da no ka me come lawyer ho adi ya de
ene tu so woni di o me da se nyame nhyira pa nyame nkoso nya wo kese na koso a wan tre mu ma heroes no enye kakra do the heroes ba ye heroes thank you oh heroes thank you Sabensia oh heroes I am wonderful
you are trouble for na
Hello viewers, I'm Veronica van der Kamp. Today I have the privilege to have one-on-one with Dr. Charles O. Ajima. I'll let him tell us a bit about himself. Doctor, you are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you today. My name is Charles Ajima. I currently based at Amsterdam Medical Center. I work there as an assistant professor, and my main task is basically to look at how we can improve the health of the minority population. Minority population, that means a population that have moved from their own country and then living in a country such as Netherlands, like Ghanaian population, Surinamese population, Moroccan population, and other also the minorities such as also the white population who have moved from the US, Canada, England, and they are living in the Netherlands. And then you compare them with the Dutch white population and see where the differences are and whether we can help to sort of shed light on why that leads to such a differences to be able to improve their health.
So that's where Helios comes in.
Absolutely.
And I know most Ghanaians have been well informed and they've really participated in the Helios study. What is the benefit of the Helios study for Ghanaians in Amsterdam?
I think for the Helios study, the benefit for that is far over and above what we Ghanaians here are receiving. I think one of the important things for any country is being able to get a very good information about the health of the population. And based on that, you use that information to basically help to make policies. Also, sometimes when you go to your doctor, for instance, they give you a medication. They will tell you that this medication works, this medication doesn't work. It all depends upon a type of study such as Helius. Basically what it does is they bring out information. And based on that information, we can use it to help the Ghanaian community. And also for the Ghanaian community, I keep on repeating this because now the population is getting older. And that means that, as we get old as well, the body begins to change. And that means that we need a lot of information.
I know the Ghanaians have really participated in this study, and most of us have also received our results, we followed up to our house doctors, and what we realize now that some of the house doctors, they are not taking the results very seriously. Some refuse treatment for participants, and some doesn't do anything at all. What do you have to say about that?
I think it's a very, very good question. I think the reason why you do that is basically for the Helius. The idea is that when you get your results, you also send some of the results also to your doctor. So by the time you go there, the doctor is already do know the results. Of course, if you go there, everybody assume that when they go to their doctor, they expect to receive something, some medication. But I think what I would emphasize that if you go to your doctor and your doctor says that your results is okay, you don't need the medication, you should be saying, thank God, I don't need the medication in the first place. Your results, if you go there and of course you have a very clear guideline. For instance, if your blood pressure, you indicate that your blood pressure is about 140 to say 145. On average, it's slightly above the normal average. But that does not necessarily mean that as soon as you go to your doctor, you expect your doctor to give you the medication. So sometimes if you go there, your doctor will tell you, oh, at this level, you really, really don't need medication, but we need to start doing a bit more sort of lifestyle changes, sort of eating healthily, doing more physical activity, to be able to help you. Because you also you have to realize that some of the medication comes with this or some side effects. Every medication has.
Now we really get very worried when there's something wrong. It has been indicated in the Helios results, and still your house doctor don't want to do anything about it. Can you seek for second opinion?
Oh yes, absolutely. I think if you that's what is the beauty about a country such as Netherlands. It's a free country. So if you go to your doctor and you feel that you are trying to, and your doctor is not responding to your needs, you certainly do have the right to do so. But what I will emphasize though is that the fact that you receive the results and some of the results are slightly higher does not mean that it's automatic for treatment. Okay. I think the doctors there are very, very well trained. They follow a clear guidelines. So if you go there and your result doesn't fit in the guideline, then they don't have to. Because remember that they also have responsibility to make sure that whatever they do is in the line with what they've been trained to do.
Okay, so how do we control our blood pressure?
Well, the blood pressure, that is one of the biggest problems in the community. If you look at the Gaia study, was quite worrying, I must say. And I think that for many Ghanaians too, it's not surprising because many people know that they do have the condition. And many people are on medication in a way. So I think what I would say is that, of course, you can be on medication, but there are also several things that you can do yourself, which can help to basically reduce your blood pressure. And that has to do with, for instance, eating behavior. Salt, for instance. You know that if you are able to reduce your salt sometimes is equally effective as taking the medication itself. So salt on its own have a huge impact. And you also know that in a country such as the Netherlands, when you are in Ghana, it's freely people walk very short distances. But when people come to the Netherlands, sometimes even a short distance away, people want to take the car. So sometimes you have to change the way you do things here. And these little things. And if you are going to home, you look at the lift and then you look at the stairs. Please just don't take the lift, just take the stairs. Just little things can make a huge difference in controlling the blood pressure.
And you know, says the same radio, Yaka Akodua says Helios results no. So when Sakana Kona doctor say on ye bibria nebia on him say the who here some moment no say so ye bibi, right?
Yeah, yes, that's correct.
Because he bibi o ma ya lamina obey take action. Say so when you satisfied or so to me seek for second opinion. High blood pressure in ano. Ye did you and chene and the doctor dear ben. Ndiani bio say na wo hwa.
Bibi say ye ndidi no because while I'm just riding now.
Sadinam ye na
twinam no ene a friend say chibom
no.
No sa ni man until anwa bebre no so no. Especially anwa because we fear anwa ye de ne kakra bi uchi nkuntumre na aye ba ubeduru asiya anwa ye fire de nse wurato na ye pule na sa. It is a more.
What type of medicines do you have to take when you have your high blood pressure? And people can recommend that, oh, maybe I have pressure, but this is what the doctor gave me and it worked.
I think the medication here, I think again here for every country, for the Netherlands, as I mentioned it earlier, there's a very, very clear guideline what type of medication each one person has to take. And also depends upon not only the blood pressure itself, but other coexisting conditions. So it's really, really determined. I mean, some people will go there and people will just give them, say, you take an Adlat or something like that. Say 10 milligram, that should be okay.
And some people a drug, a general.
Exactly. And to say drug now, if I say Ubenyano. A be opposition no can say, oh, nipa we say no, yeah, and say draw the man, and now say, in front say, the kidney inside a juma papa, and I see the way can say, be over to me. In some cases, you have sometimes it'll be always okay. We want only one medication, we want only two. So it all depends upon the stage of the condition and what other conditions are. And that's also. I think here I will make a very, very important point here. It's also, I know that many people in the end also tend to rely on other people for their medication.
Yeah.
So that's why the problem comes in. Because you've been prescribed based on your own characteristics. If you then go to another person and just say, I also have a hypertension, just let me take it, then the danger is that you might have a reaction to that because you have not been assessed in taking it. So in the cholesterol, if you look at the arteries, the cholesterol is sort of what is sort of a fat within the arteries, and there are good ones. But so in a way, you do need a cholesterol. But the danger is that if it is over and above what is required, that is where the problem is. So, but for the African population in particular, what has traditionally is that, like if you go to Ghana, cholesterol level used to be very, very, very low.
Yeah. Because of the sun?
Also because of our eating behavior, walking a lot, you don't have to, exactly. But when you come here, people just basically don't do much, work, eat, sleep, go back to, so basically, and then if you really look at the Gaia study, the level of cholesterol, particularly in men, actually was very, very quite striking.
So how do you control it?
I think the cholesterol itself, just like all the cardiovascular risk factors, cholesterol itself, you can eat it by making sure that you watch what you are eating. For instance,
to eating.
Exactly, especially sort of red meat. It's good. I always say that You have to eat everything in moderation. I'm not saying that you shouldn't eat at all, but everything that you eat, it has to be in moderation. You have to watch what you are eating. You don't have to overeat things. Make sure that you do more physical activity. You make sure that stress is also one of the things that can also. And the way the stress works is that it can sometimes, if you are stressed, what then happens is that you tend to eat a lot.
You tend to something.
Exactly, because you want something to comfort you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it can make you, keep on eating and eating and eating and eating. And you know that for the Ghanaian population, stress, everybody knows stress. Stress from home, stress from... So, I think that, it is very, very important. I keep on stressing this, is that Ghanaians do very, very well. I mean, if you compare to many migrant populations, Ghanaians are one of the group that really, really contribute to their country, to their children, to that. It is good that we do that, but I think in the process of doing so, we also have to look after ourselves. Because if we don't and we drop dead, who is going to look after them?
Doctor, let's move on to diabetes. We say sugar level, sugar, cholesterol. What really is diabetes?
Well, I think you've just put it very nicely. The sugar. I mean, if you put it in simple terms, the body needs the sugar to be able to function. But oftentimes, the way the sugar functions, the body uses it, disrupt. And when it disrupts, then people end up having what you call the diabetes. And the diabetes, you have it two types. You have one which you call type 1 diabetes. Normally, type 1 diabetes is the diseases which you normally see young people actually having it. But the problem is not that, because you know that if you take the whole diabetes world together as one, the type 1 diabetes is just about 2 to 3%. The major part of it is what you call the type 2 diabetes.
That's more dangerous.
It's also very, very dangerous, but that one is very much related to lifestyle.
Okay.
The lifestyle part, again here, particularly the way we eat. Yeah. So, and we also know that people that do not do more physical activity are also more likely to have physical activity. People that are more overweight is also develop the condition more so compared to those who are not. So diabetes that we are seeing is very, very much sort of the way the life changes. And for the minority population or the migrant population, because when you move from our country and come and stay in a country such as the Netherlands, what happens is that it's naturally our lifestyle changes. Someone will tell you that, okay, I'm talking to the Ghanaian community, can use an example such as you are making nkatinkwai. You know that you are the food, the same soup that you are making, but the way you've prepared it is completely different. You put so much, either you put so much meat, you put so much oil, or you put so much things in it. So in that you think you are eating in Katinkwai, but you are eating Amsterdam Katinkwai, which is different from what you are eating back at home.
So the causes of diabetes is, it also has to do with our eating habits.
The eating habit is very, very important. The eating habit for that is really, really important, because basically what then happens is that what you are eating in there can make you, increase weight. And also the danger is that if you're at home, for instance, if you eat, you go out and walk. You go out, go to friends and that. But here, usually you eat, you stay at home. And these type of little things can increase the diabetes. And also actually, it's not diabetes is not only for the migrant population. Yeah? We're also beginning to see that in Ghana, just take it for instance, in Ghana, before say 1990, if you take 100 people, you only have just about 2 people who have diabetes. Today, if you take 100 people, you are talking about, in some cases, you are talking about 15 of them. So it's increasing, and also because Ghana is changing. The eating behavior, especially in the people living in the urban centers, such as Accra, Kumasi, Tamale, on those places, because things are changing. So then it also means that those that move from there to come to Amsterdam, your risk increases.
So can you control it without using medication?
Oh yes, I mean, of course, you sometimes when you get to a level that you might need something like insulin or some tablets to really try to control it. For the major part, for the diabetes, actually you can do a lot to prevent it from coming in the first place.
Okay.
And one of the factors again here you talk about is again watching your eating. Make sure that you do a lot of physical activity. Make sure that again here stress. I keep on because many things Ghanaian community think that stress is part, and it's true that stress can on its own might not have the direct effect, but it might have an indirect effect. And the indirect effect that you are talking about is that it's pushing you to eat more, it's pushing you to be more isolation, it's pushing you not to go out to walk, so you just then get confined in your only small place, and then you are not doing anything. And that sort of increases your risk of developing that condition. And that's also the true for other cardiovascular diseases as well.
So if maybe in your family you have diabetes, do you also have a high risk of getting it?
It's a very good question. I think for diabetes, particularly for diabetes type 1, it's very much genetically driven. But for that type, but for type 2, the type 2 is a tricky one. There are some genetic factors are related to that. But what I would say is that majority of that is mainly down to, again, here, lifestyle. And usually what then happens is that if you sit in a family, and then because in the family, especially here where in the Netherlands where you have what you call the nuclear family, that means that all the families sit in the same home. And that means that whatever you put on the table, everybody eats that food. So if you have your mom have a diabetes because of what you are eating, then the children is also the children also have a very high risk of developing that. But the danger is that if you don't take care, we think that it is all in the genes, it's because it's genetic. But it might not be. It's all in what is on the table, what we are eating. So you have to get the balance right, otherwise we will deceive ourselves.
So you have to prevent it by changing your lifestyle.
Absolutely, yes.
That is very interesting. So nuanom de ye kan nyina ye kwa ibesi exercise ye duane a ye di na se ye hwemu ye. Dr. Ajima wa he de mema ono ankasa de ya Kenya wa bone to boye nkro mu kasam ama ya te ase ye.
Me da say the person me can say yet is security idea, of course be o ha if remote no. But you say in most cases no free yendidie mu because who aduane na so no aduane e ofia enkra na mo ofia no obia di say aduane ni bi enti na chese me fan say aduane ye di no wo abusua no mu no ebetimi anya effect e wo enkra ni nyina enti say ahwe ye because yade a wo mogya mu na emom enya no kre na emom aye wo de aye didie e wo ye fie enti ne se ye boa ese ye bomodin se behwe na ye separate the two out. I'm going to say basis because I think genetic, but it just near a deba. And to the message I see your boy home, you're showing I feel so. What do you call it? I can't again. Physical activity. People say 1999 because sports because the whole feel near the idea. So what did he? Woko abusia for oko onante aha se ubedura unya biem say shop no kura wo next two step opese o de car eko emwa ntino obi anum so wo car fine ubetima drive wo car weekends or something when you are going to long distances but modern so by then over 1990 say the be betimi aboa ma ompuma ye because ompuma nya dina is an intimate more brave. So what Pomodia?
Well, Dr. Ajimai, what do you have to say to the youth who think Helios study is all about the grown-ups?
No, I think this study is also for the youth. This is absolutely important that the youth participate in this, because it's only that you'll be able to help them with the future generation. So I think it's very important that the youth take it seriously and they should participate as equally as the older people.
So what's your last word to our viewers?
Well, my last word I will say is that the study, the Helios study, is a golden opportunity, and that everybody should take this golden opportunity to participate. So in order to help the Ghanaian community here in Amsterdam, in our children, as well as our, back in Ghana, because it can help us to know what is happening, to help, to make a better Ghana as well as a better Ghanaian living in the Netherlands. Thank you.
Well, viewers, it's a golden opportunity. Thank you very much, Dr. Ajimai, for being with us.
Pleasure.
I hope you have lots of information and you are going to stay healthy. Thank you. See you next time. I'm Veronica van der Kamp.